It's the Capability MTG Every Show.
In good faith or not. The amount of work that it takes to de-brainwash someone from just layers and layers of propaganda that they're getting from Fox News and their parents and like everything. Like, people will watch a video, it seems fucking simple, and they'll have an opinion, and that'll just disappear when the president fucking shares a blurry long-range distant photo. They're like, this is the real truth. My God, this man's lucky to be alive. And then you're seeing the high-quality video of him just, like, walking around fine and stuff. And people just gobble it up at face value. And all the talking heads just, like, file in marching orders, you know? All spitting all the talking points. The right is extremely good at messaging here in the States. And we've got state-sanctioned propaganda outlets that are, like, reinforcing that on top of all the social media stuff. But that doesn't mean we can, like, let them fucking tell us the sky is orange when it's, like, clearly blue outside, you know? You can't let them change reality. Call us fucking mom going to pick up her kid with a glove compartment full of stuffed animals, a terrorist. Right, Prof? It's a completely different world of information. Are you okay in Portland? We heard about all the rioting. You're like, there's nothing. Some people dressed up in animal suits. I saw a news segment where they were talking about the fabricated riots in Portland, and they were actually showing footage from like years back. Just a completely different thing. Absolutely insane. I guess I'm grabbing stock. I kind of want this Solitude. I'm going to grab the Solitude. We'll do like classic blue-white nonsense here, maybe. You think it's degrading to talk about someone's death in a Magic stream? My God. What do you think is the appropriate place to have a conversation? Appropriate place for a community to have a conversation? If not, twitch.fucking-tv. Where do we have your permission? Please enlighten me. I don't know. White's really not feeling open. What if I'm Esper the whole time? Lingering Souls is kind of cute with Monastery Mentor. Your favorite wedge, Esper? That's a pretty good wedge. It's no Grixis, but it's a good wedge. Oh shit, what up? Hi, Weckenzow, thanks for gifting some subs. Congratulations to Echelon 3000, Monkroll, Chibi, Plastic Spork, Tavarus, and D Batterskull. Hell yeah, congrats, folks. Thanks, Weckenzow. Here comes that boy. That Staff of the Storyteller plays well with Mentor and with Lingering Souls. Very good deck for it. Would AOC be a good candidate for president? I don't know. It'd be nice to have a presidential candidate that wasn't, like, older than dust. And the boomers are dying off, so, like, that old money that's been funding the boomer candidates. Oh, Black Lotus, hello. I watched an interesting video on that the other week by Hank Green. It's up on YouTube, very easy to find, where he talks about why we've had so many boomer presidents in a row. And a lot of it just has to do with, the money. The people who have the wealth are that old. So that's who they vote that's who they vote with their dollars to represent themselves. But it's like been since Clinton. Most of the presidents have been within 10 years of each other. That's a huge period of time. AOC, one thing I really like about AOC is that she's actually fantastic at messaging, and she's a very good communicator. She can distill very complicated things down to short snippets. A lot of the negative things I see from people attacking her, it just seems like they have not actually listened to her talk. So I'm wondering if she had an actual presidential primary run, if she might do some good convincing folks. Another plug for an AOC primary, an AOC run at the presidency, is that she can rile up the base. She can actually inspire people to turn out and vote for her. And that's typically what happens when the left wins, is that they've got something to vote for. Someone with, like, ideas to change the world, make the world a better place. And the left tends to lose when they just say, like, well, it's my turn. It's when they run, like, the Hillary Clinton playbook. Ooh. Hope some of those delightful duels come back. No More Lies would be solid, but we do have a Memory Lapse here. Yeah, I'm going to grab the No More Lies, actually. We're not actually very black mana, right? It's literally just a Lingering Souls flashback. Be a good bomb. I like a creature land. I like a ponder, too. But yeah, it's impossible to tell, like, exactly how good somebody would perform in, like, the debates and stuff. But I'd certainly like to vote for her. Yeah, I don't know about Flash stuff here. She wouldn't fall asleep at the debate. That is true. That is very true. Pete Buttigieg is a good communicator. Oh, there's an ephemerate for Solitude. I'm going to take the Air Temple. Yeah, I have my problems with Mayor Pete, but his communication is not one of them. Which Moto streamer would be the best president? God help us all. I'd vote for Ross Merriam. There's an outside chance that I want that because we got this Verdant here. A little Tarpon action. Zenith's almost thing. Both blue-white duels disappeared, so that's a bummer. You'd vote for MTG Goldfish? Oh my god. He's so nice. I think it would kill him. Wow. This is a hell of a Soul Ring deck. Can fire off Mentor, Curiosity super quickly. Little Flooded Strand business. Torsten is something you could flash in. I don't know if I'm playing the flash, though. Kind of just grabbed it as a maybe. Pretty good Mystical Tutor deck. The recall there and all that. I don't hate the Mother Runes either. Would I rather have Lotus or Solring in my opener? Lotus. What, do you know why? Can you guess why? Because it's better? Because it's better, yep. It literally just has a higher win rate. Just what the data says. Baragwayf would be hot off the Black Splash. This is also my only blue-white duel that I've seen so far. Oh, very fun, Kamal. This is a sick fucking Elspeth deck. Oh, that's such a better duel. Such a better duel than this Raugrin Triome. Do I have enough playables? It doesn't look like it. We'll figure it out. Very low on removal here is kind of an issue. It's like Solitude and Elspeth downtick. I just got some bounce in there. That helps a lot. The Mass Path one-sided sweeper would have been really good here. Passed that a little bit ago. Would have been a nice one to Mystical Tutor for him. Time Warp versus Seedshark. That's a late-ass Baragwayf. Actually, what if I grab this Infernal Grasp? How many black sources do I have? 3? It's like not really enough, So we have like 7 lands here, so we need like 3 more playables. I can't afford to take that Confluence. That's alright. Giver's good, Giver helps. That Backstreet would make the Black Slash just like very free. That's okay. Well, it's a weird removal spell. Sure. Why is that card in the cube? What card? I'm going to put the Lrien as a spell and the Black Lotus as a land. Am I on the play? This hand's fucking sick on the play. Well, Butterfingers. Yeah, the plan was turn 1 Mentor, Mystical Tutor for Recall. Yeah, Unable to Scream is a pretty good removal spell. If you want to give blue something. This is interesting. Do we Mentor, Ponder, or do we Ponder, Shuffle, hold up Reprieve? I think the Ponder, Shuffle, hold up Reprieve is pretty good. Sorry if I want that Lingering Souls. I think I do. One cool thing about the Seedshark is that it gives you that board value that's not weak to sweepers. So I don't feel like I'm overextending with that line. Feels like they've got an answer here. Let's make them redraw it. Unearth would have actually been sick in this deck, huh? With both Mentor and Seedshark. I guess our access to black mana isn't that consistent. Ooh, that is a good reprieve target. I guess I'll bin a land. I think there's... Oh, shit. I thought there was a solid chance there would have been a different type because they didn't play a land first. Yeah, even if they've got an answer to my 3-3, we have lethal next turn to Sol Ring into Elspeth, jump the squad. I have a Savai Triome in my sideboard. If I want one more black mana, I might. That might be reasonable. Yeah, I think this deck's gonna pull us into diamond. That is matching my my suspicions here. Kind of a fucked up deck. We don't have basics, so their temple's gonna come to play tap too. I think I keep the opening. I'm worried about this retrofitter taking over the game. It is nice that Giver can give pro colorless. Riddle me this. A little ponder action, why not? Hot diggity. That fucking riff. Fuck. That was a good draw. I was like, they play a land, and I get to No More Lies, the Quantum Riddler. I'm just in a good spot over here. Nope. Not that land. That one, however. I think we're still going to get bodied by this Academy, this Retrofitter, and this Riddler. Well, Leyline Binding could hit the Retrofitter Foundry. Maybe that's just a good play here. Hell yeah, dig the mushroom. You missed a crowd of folks complaining about it. Caleb, why must you be political? And ruin my entertainment? Their own personal 9/11. Literally impacting my stream schedule tomorrow too. Just the just the darndest thing. Right, Hippofant? I literally fucking was talking about boofing cheesecake the other day, and nobody had any qualms. Because that made them less uncomfortable. Bye, Teferi. He did his best, Tom. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Sastifer, thanks for gifting some subs. Big congratulations to Naxa, Alien Aided, Quantum Cat 3, Vinny 2582, and Pluto Insanity. Much appreciated. And Dirks80, thanks for the sub, thanks for 53 months there. What am I supposed to do about this fucking Harvester of Misery? Like, all I have is a bounce spell, and that's kind of miserable against that card in particular. But I'm at 10, I can't just take 5 on the chin. Elspeth's our hero. Elspeth would be solid. I almost want to just fucking throw Malcolm in front of the mage. I'm going to take the 2. Equipping first so their Harvester doesn't kill it when they replay. What is boofing? Boofing is when... So normally when you would eat a piece of cheesecake, like you can imagine a piece of cheesecake on a plate here, right? And like a normal looking slice of cheesecake. Oh man, it looks so delicious. Num num num. And you would like use a fork to put it in your mouth to consume it. If you were to instead boof the cheesecake, it might involve dropping trow and taking the cheesecake and inserting it up your anus. So a little bit different of a technique. Not necessarily worse, not necessarily better, right? Like it takes... I think I dig Elspeth uptick here. If they Harvester to clear the tokens, then they're also shrinking the Trinket Mage and only dealing 1 damage. We're just getting it down. Anyway, it's a very dangerous thing to do with alcohol, because your body will consume it a lot faster, and it's like really easy to get alcohol poisoning by boofing, so I don't recommend that. Cheesecake, however, if you want that sugar high a little faster, oh man, that's the stuff right there. Wow, I'm really glad I ran that Elspeth out. I was considering not running out the Elspeth, and I would have gotten rocked by that Mind Twist so bad. Attacking me, interesting. You literally baked a cheesecake yesterday. Is chat suggesting you boof it? I mean, my question is, why haven't you boofed it already? Why are you leaning on chat's permission to lead your best life? I'm going to fire this off, make him use the Harvester of Misery. Seems fine to me. And then there's no reason to take the trample damage here. We can just overblock a bit. Hopefully my best play this next turn is not just serving with the Restless Fortress while they're beating me to death with this frog. Why use cheesecake anyway? Just fill your ass with raw sugar. Animal. Some real animals out there. Tokens. Let's zero this puppy. I think my main concern Is this Gobin just doing a little bit too much work here? Like they're at 29 life over there. One mana short of activating the Fortress and the Air Temple. How much damage is it if we just activate Temple? Like, assume Frog blocks Beza. It would be 5 times 4 is 20. They're at 31. Not quite good enough. Well, if we can survive this turn, I think we can. Cool. We would just have lethal. Because next turn you can activate the... I like how the tapped unanimated land still has the flying animation. That's very fun. Rank up! We did it! Diamond tier 4! I would like to dedicate this rank up to all the cheesecakes out there. About it too. And then she told me about another patron she had who was from New York and was like, and had sent the cheesecake back. And he's like, this is not a real cheesecake. This is an insult to cheesecake. Get this out of my sight. just the darndest thing. Like, I like a good New York cheesecake too. I like all cheesecakes. I just thought it was funny. Missing that second blue source for this curiosity, huh? Oh, please crack that Lotus Petal for something stupid. Oh, please. Oh, they're mousing it. They're mousing the pedal. They're mousing the pedal. You made a Basque cheesecake yesterday. Your sister complained it tasted burnt. Amazing. Come on. Hell yeah. I do think people have likely been underrating Abandoned Air Temple. Card's pretty great. You were disappointed the first time you had one of the trendy Japanese bouncy cheesecakes? I mean, that sounds awesome. I don't think I've had one of those. Oh, yeah, that's the stuff. That's the fucking stuff. Oh, mama. Ooh, that sounds goddamn delicious, Kindleizer. When can I come to your Thanksgiving? How do I like Gavany Township when it was in cube/constructed? It was a solid card. Got paired with Lingering Souls and Constructed, I think. Played it a bit. Yeah, let's pay that. Two cards, please. God, Curiosity is so disheartening. Oh, you're in Chicago? Ooh. That's pretty doable. Is cheesecake a pie or a cake? Do you want to mull that one over quietly for a bit? We can't say cheese pies. Why not? Is it because woke? Can't even say cheese pies anymore. We gotta call the pies cakes. I'd like to attack you for 12 if that's cool. Apparently it's not cool. Okay. Because you're so caked up? I don't blame you. Is apple pie with cheese a thing in Madison? It's like vaguely a thing pretty much everywhere in the States, I think. But it's like extremely old-fashioned to put a slice of cheese on your apple pie. I used to know the history of that. Some World's Fair or something. Tinkering, huh? Could be bad for me. I think American cheese is pretty normal for that. What format's the RC that I'm playing in? Standard. That's why I was doing a little bit of standard that past week. I've only played in a couple of RCs. For a while, though, I was only RC queuing like every other season. It was very like when I could fit it in sort of deal. So the fact that I qualified for a couple of them was actually pretty good rate. This is one that I actively tried for, though. I played in like 4 or 5 RCQs. They just straight up don't have white man over there. Phenomenal. Oh, shit. You prefer cheddar on burgers? I think a lot of people prefer cheddar on burgers. I like variety. Sometimes I like cheddar, sometimes I like American, sometimes I like Havarti. Havarti's a really good burger cheese. Havarti. You sound like you're a pirate, too. Blue cheese on a burger? You're crazy. No, that's probably fine. You prefer some apple pie on burgers? Perfect. Sure. Yeah, let him draw that again next turn. And then we'll uptick this in case they just replay the Nettle Cyst here. And then we have the Teferi bounce all lined up. Hot diggity. These cards all seem good together. Did any of y'all notice that? Okay, I'll save my pennies. Wisconsin would treat cheese like scotch? Yes, sort of. Wisconsin is the only state to have a cheese mastery program, which is actually standard in Europe. It's one of the very few things that Europe does better than the states here. So they can't Helix on 2. I think I want to save Reprieve for this thing. I'm considering Black Lotusing out the Malcolm as the thought. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go get a Surveil land first. Ooh, hello. Are they called cheesemongers? It depends. Just gonna pass here. Hello. Shark. Hell yeah, Don the Kid. Glad you're having a good time showing off your cube. That's very rewarding, right? I don't think people realize just how much work it takes to curate a cube. Now, my giver! Who shall give the runes? Ah, I fucking love this song. I'm gonna shuffle here. I like the Lingering Souls, but I don't think we need it. I mean, I guess it plays well with the Air Temple. Alright, I'll keep the damn shit. But the Zenith's not serving? It's kind of a weird little attack. It's like they really want me to block with a Seedshark. Yeah, I don't understand it. I think it's ninjutsu. I'll block. I'll block. Nope, it was a Flage. Okay. Well, then why didn't the Zenith serve? Alright, I have some regrets. Not Og. Atali's a little bit bricked up by Teferi anyway, but I still don't want them to have a 7/7, right? Claims he loves Atali, counters it. That wasn't a real Atali, though. That was a lie! A vicious lie! They're thinking about whether they want to clear the Teferi or not. I'll let them. They can clear it. Well, then on our turn, we activate the 5/5, activate the Air Temple, deal fucking 15 damage, put them into 3. No, more lies! Hooks is one best cards in the state for a couple years running. Oh, I believe it. Probably the best cheddar we got here. Do you know Wisconsin is the reason that cheddar cheese is yellow? Yellow-orangey. Back in the day, they didn't have, like, refrigeration and standards and stuff. And so the added coloring would, like, mask when the cheese was a little not a good. And then people just got used to cheddar looking like that. Apparently, English cheese used to have a like kind of a similar orange look too, because the cows had a different diet or something. It's weird. I don't know any of the science behind it. But yeah, they use annatto, which is a natural coloring found over here in the States. Well, South America. Yeah, for European food, I'd have to say it's a tie between Domino's and Olive Garden. Is white cheddar a branding thing? No. White cheddar is just like what it looks like when you don't color it. The Vermont cheddar. Oh, I didn't mean to mull that. Oh well. At least this hand's good. Team Swedish Fish. Leaving out the French fries. Everything is Italian. Didn't they only have tomato sauce? Didn't they, like, only get tomatoes within the past several hundred years or something? Because that's from the Americas. I just wouldn't give them all the credit, is all I'm saying. I'm not trying to remove credit to the Italians. A lot of awesome Italian food. They're known for it for a reason. One recall, please. Huh. I'm going to chill on the probe to get a free token off the Seedshark. Do I like anything from Eastern European cuisines? I think so. I was making a lot of, my brain is really bad with names. It's like a rolled sausage with mint and, Saga Hellkite and a Demi. It's all pretty nice. One second. Do you remember the name of that Middle Eastern sausage that I made a lot over the summer? It kind of just looked like a turd. Like the meatballs. I could probably search Middle Eastern meatballs and find the damn name. Thanks for lunch, babe. This smells awesome. Kofta kebabs. That's it. Yeah, I feel like I've enjoyed every Middle Eastern food I've ever had. And the times that I've had bad food in Europe has been like when they were doing like another nation's food poorly. Like the worst pizza I've ever had was in France. The worst Mexican food I ever had was in Scotland, etc. I had a really good Sunday roast when I was in Bath, in England. That was probably the best meal I had there. Reminded me a lot of like some of the better Thanksgiving meals I've had. If you travel to Italy, you'll realize it's much more about than just tomatoes, pizza, and pasta. I believe it. I believe you, Mutant Turtle Hermit. Yeah, I'd be sick someday. One of my Italian viewers actually said they would cook for me if I ever made the trek out. And I am going to hold them to that. Yeah, the best meal of escargot I had in France was escargot in France. All the food I had when I was in Spain was just like really quality, but I don't remember a specific dish. The breakfasts that I had in Germany kind of put other countries to shame. But that might have partially been just because it was like fairly comforting. It had a lot of like similar dishes here in Wisconsin. There's a lot of descendants of German immigrants. I don't want this Goblin Shaman to be able to attack for free when they've got a Saga going. So that's why Seedshark's staying back. Really looking forward to trying the food in Romania. I want to go there this summer. They've got this dessert dish that's like donuts piled up with like jam and stuff. I gotta switch over to pictures here for a second. Y'all gotta see this shit. Oh. And the food there looks so cheap. And it looks like a lot of their food is like German influence, so they have all those like sausages and stuff that I like. Recall's already been used. You definitely boof that? Yeah, me too, Luna B. Me too. Yeah, they have a traditional booze there too. It's like a plum brandy. I missed what the Saga grabbed. I'll Lotus Petal. That was maybe a poor block on my part. This would be a lot better if I had a Mentor in play. Thought about just grabbing the Lrien, but this is so much value. Yeah, we hadn't made the bad block, and we still had Mentor. They wouldn't have enough counters on this Parallax Wave for everything they're doing here. You headed to Guadalajara at the end of the month, and you're getting stoked? Fuck yeah. Ooh, hello. And I think they're just going to broadside clear my Teferi, but we'll see. Hey, sup, Kunam. Oh, right. I've got my fucking food here. It's going to hit my staff, sure. Deny me a card. Beza draws a card. Is that even worth doing? Hell yeah, Kuna. Glad you're enjoying it. Dota Professor, thanks for gifting 3 subs. Congratulations to Tardy Ghost Bear. To Kodo Kodo. And to Chitir. Congrats, folks. And thanks again to Dota. Interesting clearing the Teferi there. Okay, helpful. Let's play this while it still draws me a card. Also helpful. Oh, you think they're worried about decking? You might be right about that. They only have 13 cards. Hey, I appreciate that, Dota. Yeah, Prius rips. What a great band. Kind of feels like I could have killed them there, huh? In hindsight. Who's got time for math, though? Am I right? So try hard. I'll execute these. I'm actually going to send this hand back. The man is kind of slow. I think this is a little bit better. I like that Daytona. It's a little wordy, but I like it. I don't think I'm going to Mystical. We can fetch and make the Leyline cost 2. Oh, ponder action. New shuffle action. Then I'm going to go ahead and let them make another treasure for me. I think I'm supposed to reprieve this cutter, even though it ends with me taking a shit pile of plunderer damage. And then we're going to activate this Staff of the Storyteller. Sack a treasure, take one less point here. Interesting. It's a lot of damage. I don't like it. We're just so close to stabilizing. We're at 7. Oh my god, we just got mana tithe. Yeah, like I said, we're just like a slightly behind the whole time. A Solitude would have been good, or some of our fast mana. Maybe there's a spot I was supposed to find a spot to Mystical Tutor for recall and just like hope it drew me into fast mana. I don't know. So close, so close. Looks like a mold to me. Suppose I'll deign to keep this one. Rude. Why am I not Caleb D on Arena? Basically, when I made my Arena account, I didn't know if I was going to be streaming on it full time. And when I made my Magic Online account, it was with the intention of building my brand. I'm sure you have different usernames for different games you play and stuff. No, I don't, because I'm not a freak. You're the same thing everywhere. I would not have predicted my viewers were this boring. Four cards. 4 fucking cards. Hell yeah. Fuck you. The common insult. How pedestrian. The uneducated savage. Insulting me with his curse words. Victory! That's the best you've ever seen Curiosity? Really? I see Curiosity win a lot of games. A very frustrating card. It was quite good in this deck, though. We had, like, Lingering Souls and shit. A bunch of different ways to get a pile of tokens in. Good stuff. That was a beauty of a deck. I don't usually like to draft the same thing twice, but I would take that deck again.